so hot off the presses, we got a video just come out, and it is kind of mind-blowing. So this gentleman here, he goes by the name of Hot Sauce Ross, has made a video saying basically that the Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first part, the first game, you can see there in the picture on the left, is actually all 3 discs, the entire game of Final Fantasy VII from back in the day. The whole game in there. That we thought, because the idea is that whenever we ended the Midgar segment in the first one, that, hey, we got cheated. It's not the full remake. You said it was a remake on the cover, right? It says Final Fantasy VII Remake. And where's the rest of the world map? Where's the rest of the story? All this stuff. What he's saying is basically, in essence, it was the entire thing. It was just slightly inverted. Really need to check out this video. Crazy stuff. And he goes into hella detail. Here, watch a second of it.
Reactor. Like a team. In the remake, the whole group takes every possible opportunity to ditch Cloud and usually taunt him while doing it.
So what he's saying is that it's all kind of inverted. Like everything that happens in Final Fantasy VII, the original game from back in the 90s, actually does kind of happen in the remake, essentially. It's just inverted, it's changed up, and it's all in there. In some symbolic way, it's all in there. Kind of crazy. Now, here's my theory on Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't think Square ever wanted to make it. Honestly, I don't. You gotta think about the original, the OGs of this game. The OGs of this game, it's really, there's 2 big names involved in it. One is Yoshinori Kitase. Hope I said that name right. This is the guy who literally did like Final Fantasy 6, Chrono Trigger, 7, 8, 9, and 13, of course. But he was a producer of that. But he directed 6, Chrono Trigger, 7, 8, 9. These are considered like the best, the cinematic age of Squaresoft. The Chrono Trigger, probably the greatest RPG ever. Maybe. Final Fantasy 6 gives it a run for its money. It's the best Super NES RPG ever. Final Fantasy 7 probably considered one of the greatest RPGs ever. 8, a little bit of a backtrack. Then 9 is just a great game as well. So this guy was the director at that time of those games. He's a little older and he's in the business division. And then Hironobu Sakaguchi, sorry about that, the masterful guy who's basically the godfather of Final Fantasy. I mean, look at his list of games he's done. Going back, I wish this was in order, but I mean, we're talking about like Front Mission, Gun Hazard. Good Lord, where's his actual list? This is so stupid the way that Google works. Here, he's got a stupid game list, and I'll tell you why this matters to see this, because you have to look at his I mean, come on, this guy was in everything. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was the director of the story. Romancing Saga 2. Final Fantasy 6, the producer in the original story. Front Mission, Chrono Trigger, Romancing Saga. All these games, like Treasure Hunter G, which was never localized here but was fan translated. Final Fantasy 7, Bushido Blade. Front Mission 2. This guy was on everything. Xenogears, executive producer. Parasite Eve. But if you look back, you go forward, I mean, this guy worked all the way until, look, Kingdom Hearts, your favorite game ever. Final Fantasy 11. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, Final Fantasy 10 2, and then he left to go make Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon Plus, and then eventually worked his way to the last story, and then to Fantasian, which is on iOS now. But this is the guy, is the genius, the father behind Final Fantasy, basically. Probably one of the most influential modern JRPG guys ever. But he's a big moneymaker for them. You can see that after he left, I mean, what have they done since he left? Name something they've done worth a crap since. Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy 10. What do? The lackluster Kingdom Hearts 2. Everybody thought it wasn't as good. Final Fantasy 12, which not bad or anything like that. But I mean, where are they at now? Final Fantasy 13 trilogy wasn't loved. Final Fantasy 15 considered a letdown. Final Fantasy 16 just considered an action game. I mean, they really lost their way since he left. I mean, he was involved in so much stuff. I mean, Xenogears, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 7, Super Mario RPG, the production supervisor. I mean, this is the guy, right? This is the guy. Had his hands in everything. Everything turned to gold. They made them so much money. Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger. Well, he's gone. He can't be a part of any Square projects, apparently. For some reason, they can never bring him back. He's got his own studio, Mishwalker. And then Yoshinori Kitase, he's not making games anymore. He's just a part of the business, right? Business part of it. So, I mean, we're talking about this guy's a master. He's been in a bunch of stuff, and they were huge. So who is there to make this game? You know what I'm saying? And so I think what it is they've had for a long time, they've had fans begging them, please remake the game. But they didn't have any interest in remaking it. That's why they did spin-offs. They're like, okay, we'll work around the story, we'll build stuff onto it, but we don't want to touch that. That's considered, that's our masterpiece. Yeah, the graphics might be outdated, the gameplay might be a little outdated, but it's their masterpiece. They put a lot into it. They don't want to touch it. They feel like it's good with what it is. And aside from a money standpoint, that's the only thing that would ever make them release it, is to A, shut the fans up, and B, get the fans what they want financially so they can make that paper, right? But what we're talking about is like, these people, I read a lot of things about like, them working on games, and they'd be like, like, oh, I wanted to work on this project, so I pushed the project and then let me work on it, blah, blah, blah. They, I don't think these guys wanted to remake this game. So I feel like, see, we've got this tech demo. So the game was like, 1996, right? 1997. We're talking about the tech demo 17 years later for the PS3, right? So we got this technical demo where it was like the redoing of the first part of the train, right, for Final Fantasy 7. But that's not really an indication of anything. They did the same thing with the tech demo for Final Fantasy 6 for the PlayStation 1. And they weren't planning on remaking it, obviously. They didn't. They went to Final Fantasy 7. So they did the tech demo, but it didn't mean anything. They just had something to show. And then, of course, that was really more of a demo for Advent Children. The DVD and Blu-ray, they made a movie. But what we got here is, I don't think these guys had any interest in remaking it outside of shutting the fans up. And of course, they need the money, so they're making the game, give people what they want for money. But I think what the truth is that their hand is being forced to make this game, and because of it, they're going to do something different. They're not going to give you the same story. I think they're doing it on purpose in a way to say, hey, we'll give you the game you want. But we're not gonna give you the same game. No, we're not gonna just remake a 1-to-1. That game is complete as what it was. It's a masterpiece. It's golden for what it is, and this is what we're gonna give you instead. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's a little saltiness behind it. Hey, you guys are forcing our hand to make this game again, and we're gonna invert the crap on you. And that's what he's saying in the video, is that everything's kind of like inverted. Everything that's like one way is going another. I think they're doing it on purpose. We're not going to give you the 1-to-1 you want. We'll give you Final Fantasy 7, sure. You keep begging for it. We'll give you the Final Fantasy 7 remake that we want to give you. We're not going to give you the original. The original is golden. We're leaving it as it is. And that's what I think it is. That's my opinion. But yeah, you should check out this video. I'll put a link to it in the comments. It's really good. Check it out. Hopefully it gets posted by more people, because wow, it's a hell of a video. And then he's making a second part coming up, so
ditch Cloud really and usually taunt him while doing it. Like assholes.
Okay, so that wasn't how it was in the original one, right? No, they're making it different, because you guys forced their hand. Everybody forced their hand into making this game. They didn't want to make this game, so they're salty about it. Now they know they're going to get paid, and it's a business, so that's the bottom line. From the art standpoint, they don't want to make this game, and they're being forced to make this game. So now they're boom, we're going to throw you something completely different. What he's saying is that all 3 discs of the original Final Fantasy 7 game are all conclusive.
They do it at the gate.
In this Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Destruction.
That they literally really made the Final Fantasy 7 Remake in part 1. And we'll see how part 2 goes, the rebirth. But yep, that's it. Share this video with your friends. Tell them about this other video in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment below. I'll message you back. You can check out my ROM hacks, Final Fantasy 5 Pixel Freemaster, Trials of Mana Pixel Freemaster, Mario Kart Freemastered. You play some classic games, keep classic games alive, and train your body and your mind and be strong. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I'm placing a video, and check out the other videos on my channel if you want to. I'm a ROM hacker and video game enthusiast, so hope to see you in my channel watching some videos. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you enjoy the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and take care.